Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Soundcheck. This outing, we went and saw a little mega metal show. Like, there was a lot of bands.
Did you call it little and mega?
Yeah, I did. So what? It's more bands than we've seen. And since we started doing this, it was 4, supposed to be 5, but after the burial didn't show up. So it was Black Dahlia Murder, Carnifex, Rivers of Nile, and Undeath at UC Theater, right?
Yes.
UC Theater. And of course, this show was awesome. It's been arguably the best show. It could put up a fight with Amigo the Devil that we've gone to since we moved out here.
Right. I feel like from beginning to end, this show was just better than anticipated. So, like, we knew going into the UC Theater that we are old and a little lazy. And we definitely wanted to sit. So we got there early. We picked out a table right at the front of, like, where their upper levels start. Awesomely enough, their tables there have full wait staff service.
They do, which
we were able to get some drinks and some food.
I would hate to be a wait staff at a venue like that,
Absolutely.
especially when the headliner's on. You got to try to get in there and get your fucking
That's why
checks
you
paid.
just definitely tip them well. Whenever you have that scenario.
Yeah.
So, and just from start to end, and I know there was some in there that you didn't absolutely love, but everything felt so appropriate for the show. The opener choices, just the timing between sets, everything was just spot on with that show.
Yeah, it's this is your first real small metal shows. We've seen like Slipknot on that tour, but that's a really big show. It doesn't count. But I've been to a bunch of smaller metal shows, and they're very tight and precise with their turnarounds, and they go on, they play their songs, and they bounce, and then they tear it down and set it up, and then it's quick. Right. 10-15 minutes tops between breakdowns and setups. So, and I love that. Like, there's no reason for it to take longer than that. But I'm not a roadie, and I don't know, but I really feel like if they can do it in 15 minutes, and other bands can do it in 15 minutes.
Barring any issues, there's, honestly, a lot of the times you can tell that when the changeover time runs long, the performers kind of come out, and you can tell that something personal was going on backstage, and they're usually miserable.
Yeah, we're looking at you, Hot Mulligan.
Yeah. So it was cool to see everything running so smoothly with that. Yeah.
And like we said, they said after the burial, for whatever reason, wasn't going to make it. They didn't tell us why. They just said, unforeseen circumstances, not coming.
Right.
Okay. So I believe all the opener bands played maybe 1 or 2 songs more than they would have normally to cover for that kind of gap.
Right.
So, but, it was really good. So I think we should really just get into it. The opener was Undeath. Now, when they started, their first song was kind of muddled to me. It sounded very, I don't know. It was a poor choice, I feel. It did not get me. But by the end of their set, I was with them. I was down for Undeath. Just that first song really was not. I didn't feel it. I wasn't feeling the first song.
So, like, I have a different mindset when listening to metal, and it's something that I will rarely choose to put on at home. It's something that I don't often have you play for us when we're listening to music. But holy shit, I cannot get fucking enough of, like, an actual metal show. And when I'm there, I'm fully into the music, and I don't know, I'm just enamored by how the whole production of Undeath was. And just really from the first hit, it just
it sucked
I don't know, it sucked me it sucked me right in.
Yeah, and that's what you want it to do. You don't want to be like me, where the first song was like, meh, I'm not really into this, and then that could be dangerous and set the tone for the whole show, and then you just be like, this isn't as good as I wanted it to be. But that did not happen to me. By the second, third song, I was on board for them.
Yeah.
And they were really good.
Yep, they were really together and with it, and I was happy, and unfortunately I'm not bringing that to the table right now, like, to show how happy I was, but, like, honestly, compared to, like, Rivers of Nile and Black Dahlia, Undeath is, still growing. We're getting there.
Yeah.
So, like, it kind of dulls in comparison to those other two, which just fucking blew me away. So, yeah, Undeath was the perfect opener for that. It got me in the mood. It got me ready to listen to metal.
Whet your appetite.
It did whet my appetite.
Yeah. So then, next up was Rivers of Nile. They're a progressive metal band, and you really enjoyed them.
Yeah, I absolutely fell in love with them.
Yeah.
Just the persona that they had, that stage presence, just everything. They felt like the total package when they were playing. They looked the part, they acted the part, and that music just matched.
Yeah, you were quite surprised of the lead singer's voice. Based on his appearance, because he's a short dude, but he's got a very deep baritone, powerful voice. So, like, I didn't necessarily know what he looked like, but I've listened to them before, so I knew what he was going to sound like. But you knew neither thing,
right?
So
Right. It was
a nice
mystery.
Surprise for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but definitely.
Yeah, they were very they played a very tight. Their set was solid. They have saxophones and some horn sections in their songs, but unfortunately none of those people were there on stage. So it was just a recording, but you can't just be taking out saxophone players for 2 songs, you know?
It felt really good.
Yeah.
In the scheme of things.
Yeah. They were I would definitely see them again if they were on another bill. It would push me into it if I was questioning whether or not I would want to go, you know. So then next up was Carnifex.
Yes.
Now, Carnifex's music is alright. Like, musically, they're pretty good. Lyrically and visually, I don't care. It's very, to me, middle school edgy kid with their song titles and their lyrics and their, imagery on their merch and shit. They come out dressed in, like, some kind of, semi-corpse paint, which is fine. I don't mind that. I like it. But, like, I don't know. It's cringy. The stuff's a little cringy. Their content.
So call me basic, but I loved it. It just, like, when you picture a metal show and, like, when you're watching a movie or something, that's what I anticipate walking into, was that set specifically. With Carnifex.
Yeah. And, that's their role. They are a... okay, come at me, I guess, if anybody watches this. They're a generic deathcore band. They're not bad at it. It's just that's if you know the term deathcore, that's what you hear when somebody says it. It's just a generic sound. Right.
But being on the bill with, like, such a progressive band before them, it does kind of let you down in the most minor sense that it is more straight to the point.
Yeah.
Death metal.
Yeah. But again, enjoyable.
Oh, very much so. Yeah.
And then, after the Burial would have came out now, but they weren't there. So we skip ahead to my arguably favorite metal band. Maybe not favorite, but definitely top 3, like, right now. It was for a long time. Black Dahlia Murder. I've seen them once before. Oh God, how was it? 7 or 8 years ago. They're still great. They got to be pushing mid-40s at this point, and they play so fast still. They're so full of energy, and they just rip through their songs. They're just like, Prah! And it's there. I mean, I didn't notice any fuck ups when you're playing that fast. Dude's lead guitarist on his solos was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and they play almost a perfect show.
Right. Yeah, I have so little to say about that because it was just absolutely flawless. Like, if you've ever listened to their albums, that's what you can expect to see in person.
Yeah.
Plus, just the added value of, like, watching them interact and actually enjoy it and have fun with it.
Yeah, and they do a good job of spreading their set lists across their whole catalog, whereas some bands might play, a bunch of shit from their new albums or, not play anything from early albums. There's a couple. Ritual, I think, the album Ritual, they only played 1, maybe 2 songs off of, but they hit, I think, at least 1 song off of everything they've ever released. So I appreciate that because as a person who, my favorite album is their second or third, Nocturnal. Sometimes you don't get to hear your favorite songs when an album is that old, but they played all the songs I wanted to hear except one. So good job, guys, as always. So, yeah, you got any closing thoughts?
Yeah, no, that was just a lovely show from, beginning to end.
You'd be down for other metal shows, right? Yeah.
Definitely down for more metal shows, down for more shows at the UC Theater.
Yeah, it's a good place.
Yep, really starting to enjoy it.
Yeah. All right, so that was this episode, and we'll be back next episode with just a total 180 on genres and total, feels with Lucy Dacus. So, see you guys later. Bleh.